Bar šumne ľudia. Vítam vás tu dneska. OK. Dobre, môže byť. Vítam vás tu u 5 noci u Freddyho. Bohužiaľ sa vypadá to, že sa nedá. Nezníma to trole očem dúpanie. Ó bože, ešte že ho... Ešte si to môžem toto, ešte si to môžem stíšiť. No dobre, sa nám bude dobre očuť. Tak jo. Si pripravený? Ja moc ne, ale no. Ty forek je očuť dupoty okolo, kurňa tam. Aj s hrou podelanou. Ups. No dobre.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear virtual experience. Fazbear Entertainment is
Čo?
excited to join the digital
No ja to chcem vidieť, vole. Tak sa presuň. Tak sa presuň. Kur na mňa, vole. Rýchlo kúknem, že či funguje streamek. Lebo než funguje poradne, inak sa asi dostrelím. No, možno trocha rozsekaný bude. Bo ja si nič nenarobím.
That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies that you've been fed over the last several years into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you, as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch, perfect for birthdays. So sit back and enjoy a few scares.
Hele, co to je?
We do, however, ask that you agree to a simple waiver before you play.
Before we can
It's
officially
mostly just legal mumbo jumbo and isn't at all based on user experiences thus far or injuries associated with testing. Just touch the button to agree, and then we can jump right into some harmless fun that can't harm you at all in any harmful way. Thank you for playing the Freddy Fazbear virtual experience.
Pause them now. You
acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transfer.
Ja som ju nestočil! Môj to ak stoj za mňa! Šmejdi! Húrňaj s nima. No dobre.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear virtual experience. Use the console in front of you to navigate the menu and one of the frightening experiences available. By completing these scenarios, more will become available. You'll see plenty of familiar faces and some new ones as well. So stay a while and have a good time. And remember, despite the temporary horror you may experience, this is a completely controlled environment and you aren't in any real danger. Fazbear Entertainment not responsible for real danger. Please make a selection from the virtual menu.
Aha. OK. No, plán je asi takýto. Čo všetko tu je? Dark Rooms, Parts and Service, Land Repair, Night Terror, úžasné.
No hidden intent or purpose.
Your special day. Ajajaj. Pôjdeme preskôr, že to niečo zmenilo. bože. Nádherný to, co? Ty si vážne zasol. Ešte, že je deň. Dobre, jdeme na to. Co? Aha, dobre, tak to. Aha, ok, push buttons. Ok. Sa to bude v pohode.
Nechce sa kopnúť do chodby?
Ne.
Prosím.
Jo, ešte jedna vec.
Ľuďom, čo sa stane.
Ticho. To ukážem potom. No. Čo som chcel? Za každý jumpscare si tady řeknu, že si opíva. Už tu preemptivne otvorím.
To není trest. To je odmena.
No a za každú... No a keď sa mi podarí noc prekonať, tak si to řeknu z vody, alebo do mojho citrónového bažanta.
Ale to nie sú tresty. Pokiaľ skapeš, tak dostaneš odo mňa.
I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact. So I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm not telling you to worry about it. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read.
Inak ma vypehne a bude prizberať. Čo už u ňoho
Ježišmaria, tam bolo. Oh.
Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days.
Nebudú, vole, teraz nechaj ma. Ja som čakal, že šiku našli tým, že som... Aha.
Now that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but no, if I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be
Horšie, tak to bolo tesne, ale že...
tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a
Ty vole, hoka.
costume. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross-beams, wires, electronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would like to see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out in front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power.
Hele, on si nejak odnúkol. Moka to neviem, jak, ale dal som to. Moka. Dobre očul. Oh. Ty to nespívaj ty. O, ty mi to ještě chýbaš. A to ještě furt stojí pipka.
Pobral si ještě z každého aspoň jedno. To zvedají na DLCčko.
A já si ti kašlu, vole.
Ne, každou jedno, takže je DLC.
Oh. Jo. Hele.
Stěnu.
Okay. Okay. Cheers. Choking hazard. Okay.
Kuchni za sebe. Se mi zdá, že je šance, aby si to ukázal Deu. Alebo někdo.
Já nevím, vole, já nechci ani jedno. Okay.
We hope you're enjoying the Fazbear virtual experience. Please be aware that there may be visual artifacts left behind from the beta testing phase of development. If you see any such artifacts, we recommend that you not interact with them. We'll weed them out eventually. There's no guarantee that we'll weed them out eventually.
To děkuju. Co je to Dark Rooms?
O, to bude fun with flashlight.
Flashlights.
To se mi zdá, že budou různé také miniky.
Já jsem nikdy nehrál na 4.
No, počul jsem o tom plno videa. Tak. Hlavně zvuky. Naviguj se.
Ale je úprimný. Já nevím robiť nič. No jasné, už se pohal. Já máte na to kašlu prostě. Jebe do prdele. Do prdele mi to zaplnilo, do paroma.
A to co za seba?
Já jsem nepovedal, že ho dokončím, vole.
Ne, každou minihru jen dokončit.
To jsem nepovedal.
Pán Lašter mě až tak zlá. Tam je horší. Těž se na Vend Repair.
Čo trepeš, ty hovor normálně.
Pedozajac.
No niečo trepal, ale som mu nerozumel.
Je to pedoze.
No, veď to je problém, že ja v tom aj nemôžem mať ani voleho. Nemôžem to ani poradne odčúvať, pretože musím mať vole na nové sluchadlá. Ešte skúsime ešte toto. To najhoršie, že nemám za sebou, vole. Flashlight, teleport, close door.
Asi viac menej na štvorka. Čau.
Čau. Hodil som minerínu.
Nic. Ty tam je to taky
Do prdele.
Ty to neviděl.
Jo. Čo ty? Môžem byť aj pri dverách. Teraz som ja nemôžem s tým niečo robiť. Ako on je vnútri, tak ako no...
Už tam nemusí byť. Že vraj je vnútri.
Hýbaj ty. 4? Oh.
Radšej tam nekúkaj. Teba tam zabiješ. Už tam je kúkaj.
Hýbaj ty niekam. No nemôžem vác. O!
Ja už som videl. Kape. Ja už som videl. Ja jenom to mám vyskočiť.
Austrálsky hajzle. No, tady nic. Vlastne na mňa môžeš vyskúšiť tento, ne? No ten, retard. I will tell you a story. OK. To. Jaha. Jaha, L2 vlastne, jo. Dokiaľ som... zapomniel. Čiže to sme do kurňa šli. Jo, ešte. A pôjdeme Vend Repair a tam uvidíme. Grab and release, push buttons, make repairs.
Neskôršie bude narka. Toto si užijem.
Čo to mám kurňa robiť?
Ja neviem. Nehovorí ti nič?
Welcome to Vet Repair. Fazbear Entertainment prides itself on having the most comfortable facilities. Each facility is set to a perfect 72 degrees all the time. The 4 active indicator lights mean we have a well-functioning ventilation system. Your headlamp should protect you from any critters who may have stumbled into the ducts. As a certified vent technician, you should need no instruction. However, in case of an emergency, it is important to remember that as the vent technician, you should never, under any circumstances, attempt to...
Co mám konia robiť? Aha, tady. Go. To sú dve. Je mi tady nesič. Ja ťa slyším, ty. No neskúšaj. Ok, tam dospieť nemôžem. Ja mám konia ďalej pokračovať. A ja sočujem, ty. Čo? Ježišmária. Už tu máme. Zelené. Jaké tam je zelené, modré, oranžové, červené. Zelené. Dobrý pokus, ty. Zelené. Počkej, aha, zle. Modré, oranžové, červené, zelené. Aha. Taký, že som mi dobre pomenul. Tak jo.
A perfect 72 degrees. Good job. See you next time.
Oka.
To bola pohoda.
Dávam sa na tomu hovoriť taký, že prep time na to. Teď sa zase budem vždycky kusy otáčať. No, teraz tu mám... No, teraz tu mám Menarda, na toho kašlem. Budeme kúknuť Bonnieho. OK, parts and service. Jo, grab and release. Push buttons, make repairs, OK.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access his harmonization module located inside his secondary throat pipe. To access the throat pipe, both eyes must first be removed.
Okay.
You must be as precise as possible when removing the eyes from their respective sockets. First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye and carefully remove it from its socket. Great job. Deposit the left eye in the cleaning receptacle on your left. Well done. Now, firmly grip Bonnie's right eye and carefully remove it from its socket. Deposit the right eye in the cleaning receptacle on your right. Good job. To open Bonnie's faceplate, carefully press the two buttons located on either side of Bonnie's jaw. When done correctly, you should hear two small clicks. Well done. You now have access to Bonnie's harmonization module. Press the blinking button inside Bonnie's secondary throat pipe to enter calibration mode. Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to replay the audio check. Press the colored button that corresponds to the incorrect note.
Jo, oranžový.
Press the blinking button again to verify your work. Bonnie is in tune and ready for his solo. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then close up the faceplate, and we'll call it a day.
Aha. Že najprv bolo, že hači, ne? Hovoril, či najprv faceplate?
Áno.
Že to je blbosť.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. Oh no, it looks like Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access his harmonization module located inside his secondary throat pipe.
Je to plno týchto.
To access the throat pipe, both eyes must first be removed.
Koleček.
You must be as precise as possible when removing the eyes from their respective sockets. First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye and carefully remove it from its socket.
Hyperboxe? Ne. Ktoré to bolo?
Great job.
Love.
Deposit the left eye. Well
Boom.
done. Now, firmly grip Bonnie's right eye. Deposit the right eye in the cleaning Good job. To open Bonnie's faceplate, carefully press the two. Well done. You now have access to Bonnie's harmonization module. Press the blinking button inside Bonnie's secondary throat pipe to enter calibration mode. Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to replay the audio check. Press the colored button that corresponds to the incorrect note. Press the blinking button again to verify your work. Great job. Bonnie is in tune and ready for his solo. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then close up the faceplate, and we'll call it a day.
Najprv oči, ne? Či? Ne.
Netko, milé si zobral oko, ktoré bolo naľavo od teba.
Ne. Napravo.
Welcome back to Great job. Deposit the left eye. Well done. Now, first deposit the right eye in the cleaning receptacle on your right. Good job. To open Bonnie's faceplate, carefully press the two buttons located. Well done. You now have access to Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to press the blinking button again to verify your work.
Zabudol som.
Great job. Bonnie is in tune and ready for his solo. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then close up the faceplate.
Na nič, krve má v krku. Royal Mist. Je v tom místu, v ktorom som ich Tak počkaj. Tak toto. Tak. Svak.
Well done. That concludes your parts and services task. See you next time.
Vidíš, mi ide. Aj to nebolelo. Tak jo. Cheapers chips.
We went to great lengths to create an authentic VR experience, including using scanned photographs for reference and using original performance routines where applicable.
Dneska sa mi moc nechce zastreamovať už. Ty jebaj do prdela. Ty jebaj do prdela, vole.
Ja?
Ja, ty si nebol schopný ani to poradne hrať, vole. Ty. Jo, Five Nights at Freddy's 3 prepojedeme.
Hey, glad you came back for another night. I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time. We found some great new relics over the weekend, and we're out tracking down a new lead right now. So, let me just update you real quick, then you can get to work. Like, the attraction opens in like a week, so we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire. When the place opens, people will come in at the opposite end of the building and work their way
forward.
Yeah, you've officially become part of the attraction. You'll be starring as a security guard. So not only will you be monitoring the people on the camera as they pass through, you know,
makes
out in the corner, but you'll also be a part of the show. It'll make it feel really authentic, I think. Now let me tell you about what's new. We found another set of drawings, always nice, and a foxy head, which we think could be authentic. Then again, it might just be another crappy cosplay. And we found a desk fan, very old school, metal though. Watch the fingers. Right now the place is basically flashing lights, spooky props. I honestly thought we'd have more by now. We don't have something really cool by next week, so we may have to suit you up in a furry suit. Make you walk around saying, boo. But you know, like I said, we're trying to track down a good lead right now. Some guy who helped design one of the buildings says it was like an extra room that got boarded up, or something like that. So we're gonna take a peek and see what we can find. Just get comfortable with the new setup. You can check the security cameras over to your right with the click of that blue button. You can toggle between the hall cams and the vent cams. Then over to your far left, you can flip up your maintenance panel. You know, use this to reboot systems that may go offline. In trying to make the place feel vintage, we may have overdone it a bit. Some of this equipment is barely functional. Yeah, I wasn't joking about the fire. That's a real risk. The most important thing you want to watch for is the ventilation. Look, this place will give you the spooks, man. And if you let that ventilation go off, you'll start seeing some crazy stuff, man. Keep that air flowing. Okay, keep an eye on things.
Ty práve keď to povedal.
Tomorrow night.
To je v podstate, že pohľad na to, jak to tu asi vypadalo u našej hry v podstate. Aj ty. Ty? Prečítaj si. Dope! Ono... To ričí! Ne!
To dobre posral.
To je to háže na teba.
Aj na mňa.
Všetko je vždycky tvoja vina.
To by si chcel.
Ne, to vieme. Ups.
Neviete.
OK. Jo, wear mask, survive, pohoda.
Tak teraz všetci dochodíme do linky.
Počkej, môžeš vo freelooku vykúknúť.
Hello? Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility.
Vypadá, dojde tam. A tá maska vypadá krásne, jak toto.
But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database, so they can detect the predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week, but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seem to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. By the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without a costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot.
Ja tak môžem.
Don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
To je bonný čas zvenky.
Najdu sa oblatenie. Čo ty hýbaj. No a vlastne to je to vlastne obratenie než toto. Fuj, normálne sme zuby, ale... Schúpania... Či by si ich vyčistil aspoň. Čo mi tu chodia? OK. Teraz tu stojí.
Pero.
Co? Nezájem, vole, nerozumíte ani hovno. Jsi nudnej, plichtere. Jdeme kouknout číku. Proč ne? Jo, klasika.
Welcome back to Parts and Service. There have been customer complaints about Chica's acrid smell. Sounds like Chica has been rummaging around the kitchen again. Remove all food particles from Chica's exterior and place it in the refuse bin on your right.
There we go.
Good job. Make sure Chica is not hiding any other treats inside her beak. To open her beak, carefully press the two buttons located on the sides of Chica's head. Oh no, it looks like Chica has picked up some unwanted friends. To clear the infestation, apply the Fazbear Entertainment Restaurant Grade Chemi Spray to Chica's exterior. Press the button under the hanging canister to activate the Avoid inhaling the chemi spray. Exposure to cleaning, disinfecting, and maintenance chemicals may result in respiratory problems, skin, or eye irritation. Good job. Now reattach Chica's upper arm, hand, and cupcake plate.
Oops, Eikä mossi skupania. Ona ta mala brouka do paroma. Je skupa. Skupa jak toto, fakt. Fakt, že jo.
Sounds like Chica has been rummaging around the kitchen again. Remove all food particles from... Good job. Make sure Chica is not hiding any other... Oh no, it looks like Chica has picked up some unwanted friends. To clear the infestation, apply the Fazbear Entertainment Restaurant Grade Chemi Spray to Chica's exterior. Avoid inhaling the chemi spray. Exposure to cleaning, disinfecting, and maintenance chemicals may result in respiratory problems, skin, or eye irritation. Good job. Now reattach Chica's upper arm, hand, and cupcake plate.
Tak.
Well done.
Tak.
Oh no, it looks like Chica needs another dose of the chemi spray. Do not let the infestation spread. Be sure to give the canister button another push as needed.
So.
Return the cupcake to Chica's plate.
Yeah.
Place the cupcake on the plate.
Ja by som ten zboží kam zmizol.
Place the cupcake on the plate. Great job. Chica is ready to serve pizza and hugs to the kids again. Take a complimentary slice of pizza for a job well done. Delicious. See you next time.
Furt si je nusná. Furt nic, vole.
Já nevím, já jsem to iba raz viděl.
A já si tak pamätám. Exotic beverage. Beverage. Da.
Are you having fun yet? That's great to hear.
Ty on sa približuje pomaly. A furt niečo trepe, nerozumiem ani hovno. Čo je showtime? Robí to niečo? Ja si mal spustiť túto, že show. Akorát to robí hovno. Čo chceš? No, čumí a gumí. Ale máš, fastbar. Fuj. Toj, bubblehead. Ne, nechce sa, naspäť. Fuj. Ja to očím, keď to nie som u neho, ty vole. Ja sa to aktivujem do proma. No. Díky, mám vole tohle. Tady máš fejkové kafy. Trávil som sa do neho. Zajímavé. Ochu, nudíš mi pri mňa. No dobré ostvo.
Konečne to Dark Rooms dorob.
Ne.
To si v každom jedno dal.
Jak Dark Rooms. A čo ti na to, vole?
No tak.
Ne.
Poď sa pobaviť spolu s trpom.
Nechcú, už mi stačilo. Dobre ľudia, keby ste chceli ďalšie, tak komentujte, lajkujte, proste čokoľvek. Luko, dávam ti príležitosť, môžeš ísť na môj kanál, môžeš to zeditovať a zo tohto streamu.
No, ešte.
Veď ho sprav ty, vole.
Je to tvoj stream.
Vážne? Máš možnosť si dostať to napísať, čo len chceš. A však to musí súvisieť s týmto.
Pravde.
Dávam ti možnosť, vole.
Okay.
Tu možnosť máš furt.
Okay.
Sa mi to zdá, alebo opakuje furt to isté. Aspoň télomu rozumím. Teraz sa niekto všetko vyžerú.
No to nabereš. Proste ako v roli.
Ja ti dám. Ty. Môže mi sa dopadne vole zlatý toto.
Tak on funguje.
Môže je to videohra, vole. Ale nevieš, čo stane. Jak sa hovorí. Viete čo, môžeme šiknúť ešte sem. Nič tu hra nebudem, ale iba kúkneme, čo tu vlastne je. Frankenstein. On sa hýbe, úžasný. Off.
No tak, skús. Máš tu iba 3 koľko.
Čo si hovoril? Afraid of the dark. To čo je? Ja to nemôžem poradne prejsť. Akorát by som ženou, tu mám prostinu takto. Fall Fest 1983. Čo je hentam? Chcem to. Aha. To je pekne hnusný. To nic nemá. Čo to je? Go to... Aha, to znamená jak predtým. Čiže zem tomu. Dobre, ideme naspäť. A prečo sa to nazve? Problém je, že ja to nemôžem poradne brať, pretože ja s jedným hýb... No, vidíte? Tu lítá, bo ja... To je bordel. Je tu niekto rozval kávu. Taký fracek. No dobre ľudia, ak sa vám s tým páčilo, tak povedzte svoje. Luko ide zajtra svoj. Hej, mohol som mať nejaké lepšie hry. Veď víš co, teraz si budeme dávať, že také, čo chceme, oka. Oka. Čiže každý si dáme svoje Čím ľudia, zajtra bude to video, tak pod ňou, když tak povedzte, či chcete, že by sme ďalej robili takto, že každý si dáme navzájom sebe streamy, alebo tak, no. Dajte vedieť, ak chcete vy. No dobre, toto je do mňa všetko, ty zatiaľ môžeš už Ty zatiaľ môžeš zobrať mobil, budeme mať ten stream teda. Čo?